times. Okay, now I think I'm fully live now, because not only can I see the time, I could actually see the head count and the likes. So hopefully this works. I'm not too far away from my satellite router. And I know it's old technology, but it still has radius. It still has the ability to connect right here. It's just on the other side of the door here, so it should work. And I'm closer than I was earlier. So let's see here. Yeah, initially this live was supposed to be over on Instagram because I thought I was awarded live stream capabilities over on Instagram. There was a time to where, ever since I started Instagram years ago, for whatever reason, I tried going live one night and I did not see the option to go live on that little tray of options for your uploads on the bottom, which says post, story, and reels. And then it says live. Well, the live was missing, MIA, and then I just happened to see it come back like a month ago or 2 months ago. So tonight I decided to try to go live on Instagram. It's still there, the option, but when I hit to go live, a window popped up saying I do not qualify because I need to have a certain amount of followers. And I never needed that before. So Instagram is trying to hinder growth on their own platform to legitimate people who want to document things or creators or whatever, not to the fake creators that are just doing it for thrills and whatever and hashtagging. But anyways, I am here live. I know I could still go live, not only here on YouTube, I could go live on my Rumble channel, but I'm thinking I'm phasing that one out. I'm just getting out on too many platforms. So YouTube, I could go live. X, I could go live. I think Blue Sky might be going live, but I'm not sure. I don't really even push Blue Sky that much. But then Clapper, I could go live. And I used to be able to go live on TikTok, but they changed their thing too. So now to get to the point of tonight's welcome. First of all, my name is Eric Thurow. Eric Thurow ET Vlogs, as you may see on my logo. That is me. I am trying to document my health journey. So you may see inconsistencies about the regular posts, whether it be actually even the standard posts on my community. I guess they changed it back to posts, but it used to be the community section. And then there's the shorts. So I used to go pretty regularly there for a block of time. I was posting the 3-minute long short videos up on here on shorts, and then I would post it up as a reel on Instagram and Facebook. I'll post it up over on TikTok. I would post it up on Blue Sky, X, and then of course I would post it up on Clapper. So now a lot of you say, what's Clapper? Clapper was TikTok before TikTok was TikTok. So yeah, it's a vertical video social platform based out of Texas. And it has live, and then right from your profile, you could put your own little merch, like hats or whatever have you, and sell it directly from your profile directly on this social, and all the transactions and everything happen directly on the Clapper platform. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about that and social media. So I'm here to talk about my wellness and where I am at. I'm going to say from a weight standpoint, I want to make sure actually I can see the chat because I got this little text here. Welcome to the chat. Remember, if you're... Can I... Okay. I guess, Trisha, no, I'm not a doctor. I'm doing this for myself. There we go. Now I can see the chat. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it looks like we're getting. Remove. That one was inappropriate. So keep it conversational, keep it regular. Don't be a freaking dork on here. All right. So anyways, here I will not give you a warning. I will just remove your comments here, and then if you keep on doing it, I'll just report you and ban you. So anyways, what I want to say is that I'm currently doing a regimen of vitamin D3. If you notice, I am on a weight loss journey, and my weight loss and health journey, the first thing it's diet, exercise, macros, count your macros, and all that. So what I've done is that I want to make sure I kind of do it in a safe way, because I know there's overdoing it. I found that I found a way to get my blood work done. I did, I would say, a 60 or 75% complete blood panel workup. I got the main important stuff for my initial health journey and to get up to date. So one of them, I was normal on all the works, or negative, or whatever have you, just normal, clean, except for two parts. One was, I can't even remember. It's something that has to do with liver. And then the other one was vitamin D. So, and of course, one of the ways that we get vitamin D is naturally is from the sun up above. So, and then of course, the second one is from vitamin D enriched foods, the nutrients in our foods, vegetables and what have you, and meat. So I am short. I was on the low end. I was going to bring a printout, but of course my printer is not working as far as for the color ink to show the graph from my lab work I did at Labcorp. I think it was back in October. And I want to make sure, okay, back in October. So basically, the first vitamin I did, I did a look around, and this was vitamin D3 from NutraBio. They had two different vitamins of D3, or doses of vitamin D3, and I looked it up. I think I looked it up via Chat GPT and also Duck AI, which is DuckDuckGo's version of their AI. And they said that the vitamin D3 with 5,000, or sometimes vitamin D 5,000, which means 5,000 IUs, international units, and that equals to 250 micrograms per pill. And then this is vitamin D 2000. You could call it D3 2000 IUs, which is 50 micrograms. This is from a very reputable and clean source company, NutraBio. They're based out of New Jersey. Mark Glasser is the owner, and he has one of the cleanest, brands out there. As far as for NutraBio, I think he has a second brand called Endurolite that's more focused towards endurance athletes, like hybrid athletes and what have you. But anyways, I wanted to get vitamin D, so I started on this. I think this one has 90 capsules, and the price, I saw this directly on the NutraBio website, or I think I downloaded their app really quick, and I already had a pre-existing account with them from previous product I bought from them. So I logged into my account again, and I saw this, and it was one of the more affordables. And of course, NutraBio, I know the brand, I know the company, and so I bought it. And I want to touch base also as far as for the companies I use. And my primary company that I try to source everything from, if it's not there, then I would source outward, of course, to find it elsewhere at a reputable account. My primary company I would usually get vitamins for, or supplementation, or whatever have you, would be from First Form. I am a First Form athlete, or not athlete, but an affiliate, not an athlete. I'm far from an athlete, but I am a First Form affiliate. So you can use, firstform.com/Eric Thurow, my first and last name, and you could get some quality products. They're one of the biggest supplement brands in the country. They just recently partnered up. They rebranded their First Form energy drink line and separated it into a separate company called Form Energy. This was the dealings with the partnering up of InBev and Anheuser-Busch there in St. Louis, and also the president and CEO of the UFC, Dana White. They all collaborated on the rebranding and the reformulation of their energy drink line. So, Form Energy. So that's what it is. So, but anyway, so unfortunately, Form Energy or First Form doesn't have a direct just vitamin D3. They did carry a D3 as like a liquid lipiderm D3, which is a vitamin liquid format. They didn't have any in stock then, and it wasn't pertaining to what I needed to. It may have been, but main part they didn't have any in stock. So if they had vitamin D3 in stock, especially the actually lower dose, the 2000 IU, which is more of a safer dosage, that's what I went with NutraBio for this one, for this particular round. So yeah, so I'm about, I think about like 12 capsules left. So I have a little less. So I made an order to up this. I want to do 2 rounds of these. So, but this time I wanted to go with another vitamin that's commonly paired with vitamin D3, and that's called K2. That's good for your bone density and overall immunity, and it actually benefits and makes the vitamin D3 work more beneficial inside you. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not signing anything. If you want quick notes, you could go to NutraBio's website and then just go to their product page for the vitamin D3. They have the information and all that stuff and the benefits. And you can search ChatGPT or you could search Grok and just ask what are the benefits for vitamin D. And then when that load up, read it, try to comprehend it if you can, and then see if that is beneficial for you. But we do need vitamin D. It's one of the essential immune system vitamins, and it battles a lot of ailments in our bodies. So as soon as this done, I wanted to pair it up with K2, which adds and benefits vitamin D3 supplementation along with it. So it's like a tag team effort. So unfortunately, NutraBio, I don't think they had the combination of the two. So I went elsewhere, and still First Form didn't have it. So I was first going to go with Revive MD, but I want to support somebody in the community that we're here on our journey with our health journey and all that stuff, Ethan Bernard. So you could go give him a follow on Instagram, Ethan Bernard, not Bernard, but Bernard. So he's an affiliate athlete with Jocko, sponsored by Jocko. So I used his discount to help support him. And also in the turn, it helps with me a little bit. It gives me a 20% discount using his code. But so vitamin D3 K2 supplementation with Jocko Fuel. Now the vitamin D3 in these, I just barely got this today, so I'm not going to take this until I'm out of these. Once I'm out of these, I'll probably wait 24 to 48 hours, then make the transition over that. This vitamin D3 has 5,000 IUs, so like I said, 250 micrograms. And it says the benefits here are support bone density and strength, directs calcium to bone and teeth, helps maintain flexible, healthy arteries, supports hormonal regulation through vitamin D's, prohormone activity, I guess that's what it is, promotes healthy immune response, supports muscle strength and neuromuscular function. So, and other immune system stuff. So that's benefiting them. It says, so it has a little summary on here. It says how they work together. Let's see here. I got something yesterday. Cool. Do you live in Cali? Yes, I live in Cali, North Cali. So it says vitamin D3 combined with K2, a tactical duo. D3 pulls calcium in and regulates key hormone pathways. K2 pulls that calcium where it belongs to, supporting bone and teeth while also promoting healthy calcium distribution to support cardiovascular health. So, yeah, so that's what I got. Now, I wasn't really deficient on K2, but I know to basically almost accelerate the benefits of D3, I wanted to do at least 2 rounds, like 2 capsules of these, like 2 of these, to go through before I do an updated blood work to see where I'm at. So, but I wanted to do the K2. I seen this floating around, and I heard a lot about how D3 and K2 together are a good duo. So this was just like a starter. This is going to be like an every other day thing, but I think the instructions on here, it says take 1 capsule daily with a meal containing fat or as directed by your healthcare professional. So there's 30 capsules in here. So maybe for me, since there's 30, well, not because it's 30 and to make it last longer, I will probably take these every other day, and just, to regulate my body and make sure I don't get any kind of side effects or anything. So it's always play on the safe side. And once I get done with this, about halfway down, like about the amount I'm done with, like 12 or 15 capsules, halfway done with this, I will put an order in for my second vitamin regimen, or that is going to more benefit towards my liver stuff. That was the second screening on my blood panel that I did not do so well on. Was it saying I was a little high on that? I believe I was a little high on the particular blood test on that affects your liver, and it says like fatty liver, some other liver regulations and detox and all that stuff. So I'm going to get a liver detox supplementation from First Form. I just checked it out just to make sure they had it, and they had it in stock, even though by the time I'm done with this, they probably don't. And it's like about the same amount of capsules. I think it was 30. I didn't read the specifics on that. Eman, what's up? I see you in there. Sorry I don't get to the chat right away. I've been having internet regulation problems here, so I just want to make sure I get through this live stream with no hiccups here. And now that I'm working here, so yeah, so D3 and K2, that's what I'm looking for, and then I'll get the live liver detox when I'm done with this, and after I get my blood work on that, I may even not only just do my blood work for my vitamin D to see what kind of improvements, if any, I have from taking these supplements, but also give a follow-up on my liver to take that same blood panel for my liver enzymes and all that, and see if there's been any improvements on that or decline on that. So if there's definitely decline, then I would have to definitely put some hurry into that and get some health. Okay, so that's just what I'm wanting to do right now as far as for my health journey. I do track my vitamin takes through a nutrition app called Chronometer. They allow me to take my vitamin and mineral. Chronometer has basically one of the best macro counting supplement, I guess you could say, nutrition counter, like your proteins, your calories, your fats, your carbs, sugars, all that stuff, added sugars. It has one thing, because it does have a lot of breakdown for a lot of the vitamins that we take or that are in our foods that we don't see get tracked on standard macro channels. Like MyFitnessPal does a lot, but it doesn't do everything, or it doesn't go as in depth as the Chronometer does. Same with like the macro counter over on VSync, which I was using, or what's another good one out there? Yeah, I can't even think of what any other macro counters right now. I know my Zep app, which does to my T-Rex, they have one, but they have, I know Garmin Connect Plus people, they have one, but the AI ones that you are seeing all over social media that are being pushed on social media are not really that accurate, and they don't really allow you for breakdown of the individual ingredients as if you were to just measure them out. They can give you a runabout idea. You don't have to be specific about it. But anyways, Chronometer does that, and Chronometer does take pictures of food and try to break it down to you if you have their gold membership, which is their premier membership, to give you more access and more information about your nutrition, and you're able to more socialize. They also have a fasting feature on there, which I don't use, because I know I just fast when I go to bed and wake up. It's usually around 8 to 10 hours. Here, say, before, from the last time I eat before I go to bed to when I wake up. I don't eat right away when I wake up, or really at all, really, for like an hour or two. So that adds up to being the 10 hours or whatever hours it is. So anyways, getting back on topic. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share, is that and also to make the announcement that I am a First Form affiliate. And like I said, if you buy any of the First Form supplementations, their proteins, their ignition, their pre-workouts, their pumps, anything, their beef sticks that are really good. They're like around 18 grams of protein for a beef stick. They got level 1 protein bars, 20 grams of protein. They got the Power Pro bars, which is more focused on like a mini meal, I guess, between meals, if you need to, in a quick fix. And they're all very delicious. So what else am I missing? They have, of course, they have vitamins and all that stuff. They have microfiber. They have mega pills for men, and then for ones for women. And they have like Opti Greens, Opti Reds, magnesium. I think one of the ones I want to try after I do my liver detox with them is their colostrum. Colostrum is, what do they say? It was straight from the cows, like before it gets, it's like dairy before it's, or the whey or something like that, before it gets processed. It's raw, and it's supposed to help clean your insides. It's probiotic, and it really cleans you out, if you know what I mean. And there's a lot more people that are doing the colostrum stuff, and it's been scientifically proven. Oh, and creatine. I will be starting to dose it back up, or not dose, but taking my creatine. I take 5 grams. I'll be taking 5 grams, which is basically 1 scoop of creatine monohydrate daily, but every other day I will mix it up and do 10 grams, which is 2 scoops. It's been studied now that creatine not only helps you build strength and keep your muscles hydrated, and with the elasticity of your muscles, which make it look bigger, but they don't actually make your muscles grow. They just help make them stronger, repair faster, and hydrate so you don't get depleted. But creatine monohydrate now helps with your cognition, with brain function, and memory. So I'm not sure how in depth that is, but I know it does help with cognition and maybe short-term memory, whatever, remembering things. So this is where I'm at. Yeah. Let's see here. So if you have any questions, let me know. Once again, I'm just doing this for myself. I'm not a doctor. I go out, I study, I learn. Like I said, the first thing I did, blood work, before I went on my ultimate journey to my health and weight loss journey. I was touching here and there. I was being inconsistent, all that stuff, but I wanted to take it a little bit more serious. And the first thing I knew, I needed to get my blood panel done. And when I found out that I was deficient in vitamin D, which I had a feeling, I thought I was going to be deficient in a lot more things. I thought I was going to have high blood glucose, which I'm on the good range of the blood glucose levels, and I'm on the high end. So I'm before being diabetic, but I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm still good. I might have to, that's the one thing I might have to research about, how to lower my blood glucose, and then I need to get a CGM monitoring, probably for like 2 or 3 months, and just monitor the foods I consume and how it responds. And I'm already going to be teaming up for Hello Lingo as my CGM, and then my ketones and ketosis. I'm doing Mojo Health, Keto Health. On my Mojo Health, they have it. They have their own app. You take your little blood prick, put it in their little machine, and they read it up, and then of course it saves it on their app, and then it feeds into Apple Health, and then I linked it to my chronometer, so with my diet and all that stuff and my nutrition that I'm taking, the glucose levels will help suggest things over there. And I think there was something else. Oh yeah, my athletic app, which does a lot of my health and fitness stuff, and Bevel, they would all work in pairing with one another, and it could be actually overwhelming with all the information. So this actually turned out to be a decent little stream, almost 25 minutes. So that's it. So if you have any questions, let's see here. I'll wait another minute or two, and if you go ahead and drop them in the chat here. And I swear I'm going to come back on here I'm actually using my vlog camera that I purchased that I've only used a couple times for vlogs on here as a front for lighting. That's what my lighting. Otherwise, this light would not be that great. So, yeah, that's the vlog camera light. That's just right behind my iPhone. That's in the stream. So, let you know these were just let you know these when I bought these were $20, but I used that discount code Ethan ETHAN on checkout. That gave me the 20% off to save it and mark it down to $20 even, actually, or plus tax, whatever. And then these vitamin D3 from NutraBio, at the time of purchase, these were, I think, $7.99 or $7.49 for this bottle. But I went back on there and I've seen them since raise it up to like, I think, $11.90. I don't know if, I don't recall using a discount code on NutraBio or anything, but that's what I got it for. So now it's more expensive. But it's still reasonable. You can't really put too much of a price onto your health. I guess you could, but so yeah, let's see here. Hey, Gene, what's up, Gene? And then could email. So that's it. I guess that'll be it. Hopefully I can do more of these live streams. I'm gonna be dedicated. If I do live streams, it will be here on YouTube. I can do it over on X and on Clapper, but I'll do it over here on YouTube. And hopefully I can do it more regularly and also not have issues. It took me like 3 or 4 times to go on here with the connection being really bad. I wonder if the rain had any issues with it, with the data. And that's it. All right. So I want to thank for everybody who stopped by, for those couple who have left comments in the chat. Of course, there was a couple buggers in there that just wanted to come here and think they were cool little kids. So I appreciate you. This video will most likely be archived on the channel, and I will check for any comments. So if you are someone who's coming on here late and has any questions about what I'm doing, my weight has been plateaued. My body fat has been plateaued. I need also probably once I get done with I would say the liver detox capsules, I'll probably will make the investment to go get my DEXA scan. So I'm also saving up for a full body MRI for my health with Pronuvo. None of the DEXA scan company I do is with Body Spec. They're the only ones in the area, and I've used them before, so they have my previous scan on file. I was supposed to be an affiliate with them, but whoever was running their affiliate membership or program failed, and I couldn't get any kind of access to them or news from discount codes or whatever have you, the programs they were dealing with. So I had nothing to share, except for I did share what I went through and my body, and I compared it to my scale that does body composition, which was pretty close, but not really too close. But anyways, okay, well, thank you. I've rambled enough. Go enjoy the rest of your Monday nights. It's 9:45 here. I'm gonna finish up here, and I should be heading in. Hopefully I'm not going to promise this, but hopefully I will have a couple mini vlogs up on the YouTube Shorts here, and then of course I'll have a full length video coming up by the end of this week. All right, talk to you later. Take care, and I see you just joined in live. Hi, sorry that you missed it. I'm ending it, and I'll talk to you all later. Have a good night.